Oh, okay. Anyway, hi peoples, Sam Dubois, Albany Haunt. I wanted to give you guys an update why my videos ceased randomly at the peak of haunt season. So, this is that update. So I've been doing my haunted house for 2 years now. First year, went swimmingly. We had nothing to do with the government, everything was all great. But then the following year, our second year of the haunted house, one of our neighbors decided that they did not want the event to be happening. So they called the cops within a half hour of us opening on the first night. So we had a 4-night run the first week, the weekend before October, and then the weekend before Halloween, and then the weekend of Halloween. So, yeah, essentially, they called the cops, and the cops said, hey, this is pretty okay, but I had a feeling that within the following week they might do something more drastic. So I went to the fire marshal, got an inspection, got a permit. I don't know what kind of permit it was, but some kind of permit saying that I could do this event. And that year went okay. But now, this year, 2015, I, as you've seen in the videos, started building the haunt. And within the first week of me starting to work on the haunted house, I noticed my the neighbor who had complained in the past trying to take photos of work going on the haunted house. And since he complained in the past, I was kind of suspicious, you know, that he might contact the city, whatever. And sure enough, he did. 2 weeks I'd say, into the haunt build, I got an email from the city planner just saying, hey, somebody, the person that came anonymously, somebody had inquired about your haunted house. If there are any more complaints, essentially complain. She used the word inquired. But if there are any more complaints, then you'll have to get this permit called a temporary use permit. And I was like, okay, sounds reasonable, even though the permit is, I will tell you, $461, which is, you know, a lot of money when you're a 10th grader. So, anyways, I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll pay that permit, and it just sounded like, hey, I pay him $461, then it's over with. But, sorry about that. Then, the neighbor continued to contact other parts of the government, including the fire department, which I had actually already communicated with in June, like beginning of June. I had talked with the fire marshal, went over my floor plan that you guys saw the video about, and just got the okay, and I asked him, knowing that since the people complained last year, they would likely complain again this year. I asked him if there was any way we could get it shut down with the permits he was going to give me, and he was like, oh, no, you're fine, and the plan's great, and I went over everything with him. But then once they contacted the government, the tone kind of changed, and so anyways, sorry, getting off track. They contacted the planner contacted city planner, the city planner contacted me, and you know, about a week and a half or so into it, the neighbors were disappointed that the haunted house had not been entirely shut down or anything by then. So they sent me and my mother very rudely, cruelly worded text, essentially threatening, saying that if the city wasn't going to help them, that they were going to call their lawyer and sue us for doing a charity haunted house, you know. So, that was a fun text to get. But unfazed, I continued to do little projects on the haunt as I communicated and got inspections and showed plans to the various parts of the city, mainly the community development director and the fire marshal and the fire chief. And essentially, that's what's been happening lately, is I've been dealing with the government trying to get it approved, but it's seeming to be a lot more challenging to get the temporary use permit than how it was originally phrased. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have a hearing on the 28th or the 29th of this month, September, at the city, and I'm in a small city, so it's just, there's one little place and it's the city. But, and we'll see, what happens. I'm going to bring in some people, you know, who are pro the haunt, which is pretty much everybody but these two people, and they'll probably attend, and we'll see if I can get the permit. And that's essentially what it's all boiling down to. That's why I've been kind of wrapped up in all this, and school started, so I haven't really been able to put out that many videos. I've filmed some stuff, so I have a backlog of footage that needs to be edited. You know, edited. I don't really do much to the footage, but just thrown onto YouTube. But first, I just wanted to share with you guys what's happening with the haunted house. So keep your fingers crossed that everything goes well with the city hearing, or whatever you want to call it. Not really an official term. And yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys what's happening, since I was like, hey, I'm gonna make a video every week or so, and you know, then all of a sudden I dropped the ball. This is why. So I hope all you guys are doing well, working on haunted houses, having fun. Yeah, we'll see what happens, and that's all I can really say. So like, comment, subscribe, do all that jizz, and check out my other videos, which